Hello, everyone. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us on today's interesting webinar. Our topic for today will be on AWS Payment Optimization Act, Cost Saving Secret. I'll be your host for today, and my name is Oloja Oluwatosin. I'm a sales development representative here at Secure Intelligence Limited. But before we go into speaking today, I would like us to know that we have some housekeeping rules we added to here at Secure Intelligence Limited. And the first on our housekeeping rules is please note that this session is being recorded and will be uploaded on every of our social media channels. And if you miss any part of this webinar or you would like to watch it again, you can also watch the replay on YouTube. Attendees can react or raise their hand during the presentation. So if you are new to this Zoom webinar platform, or if you are joining us for the first time, below your screen, you'll find some icons where you can make a reaction, you can raise your hand, and you can also use the question and answer comment section. Other engagement required from the attendees is at the discretion of the presenter. Like I mentioned earlier, if you have a question, please do well to use the question and answer section, and all questions will be attended to at the end of this webinar. I can see that we are making use of this icon, so please do well to keep making use of these icons. Thank you for your reaction. Please do well to keep making use of these reaction icons. And moving on, I would like to introduce Secure Intelligence Limited to us. Secure Intelligence Limited is a Secure Intelligence Limited is a technology consulting company, and we are specialized in building viable and digital products for businesses to derive effectiveness, agility, and we're so particular about growth. We also apply technology for businesses. We make use of technology. We are also AWS partners, and this means that we sell other AWS services and we utilize AWS services for business to achieve their objectives and goals. Now, next is the agenda for today. But before I talk list out the agendas for today, please, in the question and answer section, there is a link that, please, question and answer section, there is a link that will lead you to a calendar where you can book a consultation meeting with any of our experts. So please go to the question and answer section. You'll find the link that will direct you to a calendar to help you book a consultation with our expert. So now I will introduce our speaker for today, Ibukun. Ibukun is a team lead, and she is an expert here in Secure Intelligence Limited. She is very experienced. She has vast knowledge, and she is a professional when it comes to AWS services. But before I hand over to Ibukun, I will list out the agendas, then she can take over from there and let us know every other thing we'll be expecting during the course of this webinar. So the first on our agenda list is why do we optimize AWS payment? Another one is effective techniques to lower AWS expenses. We'll get to know about the advanced payment benefits and also the tools and services for monitoring expenses. So Ibukun, I will hand over to you now. Can you hear me? Are you there, Ibukun? Good afternoon.
Yes, Tosi, I can hear you clearly. Can you hear me too?
Yes, I can hear you. Please go on now.
All right. Thank you for the beauty. My name is Ibukun Pashino. Just like Tosi introduced, I will be speaking to you today concerning AWS Payment Optimization Acts, which is cost-saving secrets, right? I'll be sharing with you the agenda Tosi just run us through. I'll be showing you why it is important for you to optimize your AWS payments. And secondly, techniques that you can actually use to start lowering your AWS expenses, because I understand, I want you to believe that if you're on this call today, it's because you are either the chief technology officer in your organization, or maybe you are the IT manager, or you're in charge of finances. That's the CFO. I mean, anything that concerns finances in your organization. And of course, you are actually making use of AWS services. You have your infrastructure in the cloud. All right. So moving on to the first agenda for today, which is optimizing your AWS payment. One of the first questions you need to ask yourself is, am I paying too much for AWS? Right. You need to be sure if, I mean, you might not get the exact answer, but asking yourself deep questions concerning your AWS payments will actually help you a lot. And you need to realize that many organizations struggle because by the time you start scaling, you will find it very hard to find the right balance between performance, security, cost effectiveness. Why does this happen? Because organizations, because AWS is pay as you go pricing, so many people do not pay attention to how much they are costing, right? But at the end of the month, when AWS sends their invoice, they are shocked, right? They are shocked and surprised how they are getting to spend so much AWS, right? And so these are some of the reasons why you need to optimize your AWS payments and get the most value out of your cloud investments. Still speaking, can you still hear me, please?
Yes, I can hear you perfectly.
Okay, great. I just wanted to confirm. All right. So one of the first reasons why you should optimize your AWS payments is cost efficiency, right? You need to understand how billing works. You need to understand what is crucial for you. You need to understand what works for you. You need to even understand how to allocate your budget effectively, right? I know that maybe as an organization or as an individual, money might not be a challenge, but eventually, maybe not for now, but as you get to scale, as your demand in AWS grows, your costs will actually grow sporadically, and trying to catch up might actually be a challenge, right? So you need to be cost efficient. If you're spending $1,000 in AWS, $3,000, $5,000, you need to be sure that you're actually managing your budget effectively. You need to be sure that you're getting value for your money, all right? To understand that AWS billing can be complex. You need to have a clear understanding of what this is so that your costs will not grow out of hand. It can be tricky, by the time you start, and then it looks like, oh, I'm not spending so much now. Oh, my especially when I ask clients, they be like, what they are spending on AWS currently is just about $1,500, $100, still manageable. But what happens when it grows? I mean, of course, your company is going to grow, demands will grow, and cost will definitely go also. So you need to prepare for that, right? Second reason why you should optimize your AWS payments, moving on, is that you need to spend what aligns with your budget. Can we move on to the next slide, please? So this is something that people do not pay so much attention to as well, right? And it can be very, very disastrous. And what I mean is, by the time you are now trying to ensure that you are able to catch up with this cost, it might not be the same again. It might not be the same again. And ensuring that this is done appropriately is another reason why you need to optimize, right? We started paying for one of our customers who currently pays in Naira, right? And they actually did like advance payment up until, I think they tried it for 3 months first, then it went on to 6 months, and then now in 12 months, right? Are you even particularly sure that you are scaling, right? Like I said earlier, you're optimizing your payments, right? You're scaling infrastructure. You need to beware of unexpected costs so that it doesn't catch you unaware. Your business is growing, your AWS bills will definitely go, right? You need proper payment optimization. And what I mean is you need to be sure that you can scale efficiently without facing surprise bills. Okay. And lastly is resource management, which means you need to also ensure that you are paying only for what you use, right? Yes, we all know that AWS is pay as you go pricing, but you constantly need to manage your resources so that you don't pay for unused capacity. This happens a lot. And sometimes it gets to shock business owners that, but I didn't use this service. How come I'm paying for it? You need to be sure of resource management, which means that if you are very sure of the kind of knowledge that you have concerning your AWS cloud investments, what about your team members, right? These are the things that can actually get people surprised, and I really do not want that to catch you unawares. Okay. Next on the agenda is effective techniques to lower your AWS expenses. And please note that there are so many expenses. I mean, there are so many techniques, right? I just picked a few just so that we are able to maximize the time that we are using, right, during this webinar. First is right sizing. Match your resources to your needs to avoid overpaying. I can't clearly state this enough. When people come on calls with me and then we're having conversations, in fact, sometimes I request for their invoice, AWS invoice. I want to see the kind of services they're actually paying for on AWS. And, some of them are actually shocked and surprised that, oh, we didn't even use this, we didn't use that. I'm like, nobody cares. I mean, if you have not trained your team enough to actually understand right sizing, when demand grows, you can upscale. When there is no demand, you can downscale. Right sizing is very important, right? You need to adjust your resources regularly to ensure you are not over provisioning. Why cloud is different from on-prem? I mean, if you are trying to run your servers on-prem, you buy physical servers, you install them, and just so they can meet demand, right? There's usually a challenge where you do not have so much demand anymore, and then you still have to keep those servers. You still have to keep running them day and night. Capacity is burning, money is burning, and there is nothing you can do, right? But with AWS, with the cloud, there is something called right sizing. There's something called scaling, right? You can upscale, you can downscale. If you have so much demand, if you need it, then you can upscale. If you do not need so much up to that, then you can downscale. This is what right sizing is, and you need to be aware.
Hello, Ibukun, can you hear me? I think Ibukun is. Oh, Ibukun, are you back? Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me clearly too?
Yes, I can now.
Okay, all right, okay. I just wanted to be sure. That's fine. So if you check the chat box, there is a link that is being shared. That's the consultation link to speak with any of our experts, right? Just so we can start your cost optimization journey. I tell clients that optimizing your cost in AWS is not a destination, it is a journey, right?
I think Ibukun is having a network glitch, so while we wait for her to get back on the call,
$10,000 to like
talking.
$5,000.
Okay. Ibukun,
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can hear you, but you had a network glitch. So you were talking about booking a consultation, and can you please? Okay, while we're waiting for Ibukun to get back on the call, she was talking about booking a consultation. Please, in the question and answer section, please, you can book a consultation with any of our consultants, and we will be ready to attend to you. While we're still waiting for her, we have other AWS services as
Can you
well,
hear me now?
AWS partners. Yes, Ibukun, I can hear you now.
Okay. That should be my network. I've had to turn off my camera so that we can maintain a good bandwidth. All right, so moving on. The next technique is reserved instances, right? You can actually commit to longer term usage so that you can save significantly on AWS, right? You might not know how to go through all of these things. That's why we are here for you at Secure Intelligence Limited. Book a call. We can talk about right sizing, we can talk about reserved instances, and even spot instances. These are just techniques that you can actually make use of. These are techniques that you can start using right now, all right? So moving on, the next thing you need to also understand is why should you consider paying in advance, right? One of the strategies earlier is reserve instances, sports instances, but those one are, like buying instances. There is also one part which is paying AWS in advance. And I'm sure you must be surprised that, oh, what is Ibukun talking about? What exactly am I sharing? I'm trying to tell you that we are advanced partners with AWS, right? And as a partner, right, we are authorized to resell all of AWS services, which means that with us here at Secure Intelligence, you can pay in advance through our reseller program. This can lead to discounts. Of course, I'm not outrightly promising you a discount, but you will get incentives, right? Discounted rates for your advance payments, reducing your overall AWS expenses. Secondly is because we have a program called Pay in Naira, right? It can help you avoid exchange rate fluctuations. And what I mean is, instead of trying to source for dollar at the end of the month when you received your AWS invoice, instead of trying to call your favorite aboki, trying to get dollar, trying to, all of that stress, once you get your AWS bills at the end of the month, we want you to hand that over to us, right? The pressure, the stress, and everything in between, you can hand it over to us so that you can focus solely on your business and other revenue generating activities of yours in the organization, right? You can pay us in local currency. Of course, you cannot pay directly to AWS in Naira or in local currency, but because we are advanced partners, you can pay to us, and then we can help you sort these bills to AWS directly, right? You can protect your budgets because we have a customer that we helped around last year, just one out of many, right? I'm just, giving this as a case study. So this retail business reached out to us when dollar was around 800, 850, and then they locked in their payments for 3 months, which means let's assume that they are paying like $5,000. So they paid us 3 months in advance. That's like $15,000, like averagely, right? For 3 months in Naira, equivalent of 850 Naira to $1, right? They paid us that, and then we paid AWS on their behalf. When they saw after 3 months how much they were able to save, these guys came back and did 12 months pay in advance option. Like, they could not believe it, because as at that time, dollar was already entering like 950, 1,000, and now we all even know what dollar is saying. So what it means that you can protect now, they are able to budget appropriately, they are able to plan, they are able to prepare, right? They don't need to worry about sourcing for dollar. In fact, they don't even need to worry about what it means to be affected by exchange rate fluctuations. These are some of the payment benefits of advance in Pay in Naira reseller program that we currently offer, right? The third benefit is cash flow management. You can predict your expenses. It makes your budgeting easier. See, these are cost-saving secrets. Not every organization is going to come out and share with you that, oh, this is what I'm doing to save costs. Everybody with their own bag, right? But I am coming here to tell you today that these are secrets that people will not share with you, even though they are your friends, business partners, and all. These are how people save cost. Payment in advance is awesome, right? You can predict your expenses, you can budget, right? Our advance payments provide predictability in your monthly expenses. There's cash flow management. You are able to monitor what's going in, what's coming out. Because if you sort your bills for like the next 3 months or 6 months, you will not have to be fearful of what dollar might become. All right. These are some of the benefits of advanced payments. Moving on, I'm also going to share with you sustainable saving strategies. There are numerous strategies, but I'm just going to share like two. Firstly, you need to understand that continuous improvement is important, right? How regularly are you updating your cost management strategies? I know that you have a team that is in charge of AWS costing, financing, and maybe as a finance person in your organization, you actually be in charge, or maybe as maybe the IT admin or manager, right? Because if you are not constantly improving on these things, you will be surprised at what you get with your AWS bills. Your AWS usage is evolving. Your cost saving strategy needs to evolve too, right? I know you might be wondering, how will I do this? Book the link. Click on the link in the chat box and then book a call with any of our consultants. Let's take this conversation forward. We can always help you, right? The second saving strategy is training, right? You can keep your team educated. A part of Secure Intelligence is CIL Academy. And with CIL Academy, we train technical competency in Africa. And what we do is we help keep your team educated on the latest cost-saving techniques. We have different courses, in fact, corporate trainings that we've put together, and not just maybe the same training for everybody that comes to us. No, we have a learning needs assessment that your team is going to fill, right? This will help us identify the gap in knowledge that your team is having, right? And then with the gaps, we are able to put together a structured training that will actually help you identify, solve these problems, just so that you are educated on the latest cost-saving techniques with our different training programs, right? And that's because regular training ensures that your team is aware of best practices. Your team is aware of tools. There are different tools that you can use to automate your processes. There are different tools that you can use to monitor your cloud expenses. We can actually help you train your team on that. And all of this is available only because we want you.
Hi everyone. I think Ibukun is experiencing network breach again. So please, if you have questions, please use the question and answer comment section. Please keep dropping your questions, and all of your questions will be attended to. Please, we'd like to see your questions. Thank you. And we also have other services here at CIL. Welcome, Ibukun. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
Hello, can you hear me right now?
Yes, I can hear you, Ibukun.
Okay. Yeah. So to continue what I was saying earlier, I said I've shared advanced payments benefits, cost saving strategies. Now I will be sharing with you what it means to partner with an AWS reseller like Secure Intelligence Limited. You will have access to exclusive incentives, amazing ones. You can only get these incentives with Secure Intelligence Limited, and that is only because not every AWS partner out there is an authorized reseller. We are able to provide you better rates, better deals, and this is only going to happen if you choose us as your AWS partner, right? And because of the range of services we offer, we are also able to help you get expert advice. We are able to help you get tailored support that actually fits your needs, right? Some of our services include technical support, customized solutions, because we have a team of experts that are very good at what they do, right? And then this is going to help your organization scale, right? And lastly is local payments. I mentioned earlier that there is something that we do, a service that we render called Pay in Naira, which means that you are able to pay us in local currency and then you are able to transfer that payment directly to AWS on your behalf, right? This can only happen right here in Secure Intelligence Limited. And this is some of the reasons why you should partner with us as an AWS reseller. These are also cost-saving secrets that people will not share with you. But of course, I will definitely share them with you. So moving on, there are other amazing reasons why you should choose us as your AWS partner. Firstly is because we are advanced partners, we are authorized to sell all of AWS services. And if you follow us on our social media platform, especially on LinkedIn, you will see that recently we got a new program designation from AWS, which is the Managed Service Provider. This is a testament to our commitment. We love helping our customers, we love helping our clients. And we do this by providing them with the best-in-class cloud solutions. This is some of the reason why we just got this designation, and then we are able to support you effectively. That's because we have the services, we have the tools, and most importantly, we have the right set of people, the experts that can actually help you walk through this journey to start your cost optimization process, right? Lastly, our sales support service, we are able to help you reduce operational risk, right? We're able to ensure that your business can go very fast at the best cost possible. We don't want a situation whereby because your business is growing, very fast, you're not spending outrageously. Because, the reason for setting up your business in the first place is, of course, to provide value to your customers and also to generate revenue, to make profits. We are here to actually ensure that this is done appropriately, all right? So this is, moving on, this is everything that we have put together to ensure that you understand cost-saving secrets in AWS payment optimization, and I'm glad that I was able to share them with you. So lastly, there are 3 special offers that you can start using to optimize your costs today. And by the time I am done explaining them, I will want you to take your first step to click on the link in the chat box. You are going to see the link, click on it, and then book a time that's most convenient for you that you can speak with our expert consultants, right? The first offer to start optimizing your cost today is well-architected review. And what this means is we are able to carry out a comprehensive review of your AWS infrastructure. We have certified experts that they are going to help you through this journey. They will do a review for you. We are going to help you spot red flags in your cloud environment, right? Or maybe things in your cloud environment that are actually sucking up your your payment on AWS, right? Because AWS is pay as you go pricing. We don't want you to do so much and then you're underutilizing this cost, right? So after we carry out a well-architected review for you, we are also going to help you with remediation, which means once we have identified these red flags, we are able to help you fix it. But the only way we can do that is if you book a call and then you speak to us to let us know how we can start helping you. Second is a payment in Naira option, which means that we are able to help you pay your bills in Naira. You can take advantage of this. You can pay in local currency. You are going to enjoy seamless payment. You don't have to worry about sourcing for dollar. You don't have to worry about, trying to get dollar funds, trying to sort your bills. Your invoice will come directly to us. Yes, you will still have access to it, but we are going to help you settle those bills, right, in Naira. And of course, if you calculate that, that's way lesser as time goes on, because the dollar to Naira is so unpredictable and we don't want you to suffer those fluctuations, right? And lastly is our cloud platform operations, which covers our well-architected review service. It also covers our pay in Naira option. And what this means is this is a full support service that actually helps us be in charge of your AWS cloud environment. What we are doing is we have a team of cloud experts. They're going to help you deploy effective cost-saving strategies. Repetitive tasks are going to be automated. Anything that is like routine can be automated. And in fact, this is best for organizations. Maybe you have a really small team, you don't have an IT department, or maybe you don't even want to hire new people. We can actually help you take care of everything. It is part of the things that we do in support, right? Cloud platform operations, full operations, full support, continuous monitoring, optimization of your AWS resources, just so you can ensure and enjoy maximum value. So these are the 3 offers we have for you today. And to start this journey is to book a call with us so that we can help you get started. Thank you so much, everyone, for listening to me. Thank you so much for your time. And I hope you got the best from this session today. If you have questions, please do well to drop them in the chat box. I'll be looking out for them, and myself and Tosin will ensure that those questions are answered. Thank you so much. Tosin. Hi, Tosin, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you very well.
Right.
Thank you, Ibukun. Thank you so much for that insightful and interesting presentation. Please, if you have any question, please drop your question in the question and answer section, and I will be attending to those questions now. Ibukun, are you there? This question is for you. The question says, what is the first step I should take to start optimizing my costs?
Okay, thank you, Tosin, for that question. First step you should take to start optimizing your costs is to book a call with us. But after that, right, you need to understand that there are so many cost-saving strategies. There are so many cost-saving secrets, like all the ones I shared, right? But it is only when you book a call that we are able to identify where you are right now, how much you're paying, and how best we can, definitely help you through any of the offers I've spoken about earlier. All right? Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Another question says, how can I pay my AWS bills in Naira to reduce my costs?
Okay, that is pretty simple. Because as authorized resellers, we can help you pay your bills directly to AWS. And what this means is that you pay us in Naira, and then we'll pay AWS directly on your behalf. You will still have to book a call so that we can talk about this further, because we need to understand how much you are billing on AWS. You need to be billing at least $1,000. If you are not billing up to that, then there's no way we can help. But if you are billing at least $1,000 to 5,000, 10,000, 50, or even $100,000, we can definitely help you pay these bills in Naira. So please book a call with us, the time that's most convenient for you. Let's see how we can start this journey of paying a local currency for you, just so you can focus on your business while we'll help you take care of the payment aspect. All right?
Okay, thank you, Ibukun. This is the last question I have here. This person says, can you tell me more about your support services?
Okay, so but our support services range from automating routine tasks to ensuring that we are able to carry out a well-architected review for you, managing your cloud environment, your entire infrastructure, right? But just so we know what the specific thing you need to book a call with us so that we can take this conversation forward, right? And to be sure that, in fact, we will give you more than enough support, right? We just got a program designation, which is managed service provider. That is enough confidence for you to know that we are more than capable to go on this journey with you. And lastly, I will say that cost optimization is not a destination, it is a journey. If you don't start, you will not know how much you can actually save with AWS. I hope I answered the question, Tosin. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you so much. So, to our attendees, if you have any other question or you want to know about AWS bills in Naira or more about our support services, please click on the link in the question and answer section. Like I mentioned earlier, it will direct you to a calendar where you can book a consultation meeting with any of our experts. So thank you, Ibukun, once again for that beautiful presentation. It was really informative, and I'm sure we have all grabbed the benefit of AWS Pay in Era services. So would you like to save yourself the stress or take the pressure of trying to make your payment or know about our services? Just know that CIL team is your best go-to partner because we will provide you with the right tools and services to meet your need. So please don't forget to book a consultation call with our expert now. Just click on the link and it will direct you to the calendar where you can book your call. And please note that we also have sales support. We have sales teams to help you to help our customers run a smooth conversation, and we also offer corporate trainings. So if you would like to train your team on AWS training and AWS reseller services, please don't forget to still book the consultation call. And thank you everyone for joining today. It was really nice seeing all of you here today, and we hope to see you next time. But before you go, please connect with us on all our social media platforms. Connect with us on Instagram at @seal_underscore teams, on LinkedIn at Secure Intelligence, on X, formerly known as Twitter, at @seal_teams, on Facebook at @seal_teams, and on YouTube at www.youtube.com/@seal_teams. Thank you everyone for joining today, and we hope to see you next time.